Hi everyone, I am Ketra. Welcome to your collective reading. So what I am feeling that we're doing today is going to be a reading as if I invite you to sit down with me and have a reading. When I was doing my channeling earlier, this is literally what I wrote out to do. Do the reading the way that you would if they were sitting here with you. Invite them to ask themselves a question that they want the answer to, and then for you to be honest. So what we're going to do is the words that I channeled were, why can't I? And then you fill in the blank. So I think what we're going to do is start with an oracle card. So as always, thank you to all of my viewers. Thank you to all of my subscribers for just taking that brief moment to subscribe. Really helps me out. I do definitely look forward to all the souls that I get to help. Also, I just wanted to say another thank you for those that make comments. They just make my soul soar. It's so uplifting, and I appreciate every single one of you. So with that said, again, it is, why can't I? So sit back, relax, ask your guides to come close. And that's going to be the intention of the reading. Why can't I? And then you fill in the blank. Goddess, honor your divine feminine energy. See your inner beauty. Love every part of you. So that's your first oracle card. Your second oracle card is going to be celebration. A positive outcome is assured. Celebrate your success. Enjoy your achievements. So that's your second oracle card. We're going to leave them there. And all right, why can't I? So my intention is to do, so we're going to do a 6-card reading. It's kind of like the Celtic cross, but just a little simplified. So we're going to ask Spirit to show us one card for the current situation, the subject, the question, right? All right, so here is your subject, your question, and it is the Three of Pentacles. So our Three of Pentacles is typically a card of really mastering something. You're working on something, or you're working with others, or others are seeing what you're doing, right? So if the question is, why can't I? This might be in reference to something that you've been trying to do, because the Three of Pentacles is a card of working, of working towards achieving something. So card number 2 is going to be the challenge. So the challenge, you have the Ten of Pentacles. Your third card is going to be your past. So past energy, you have the Two of Wands. Future outcome, you have the Ace of Cups. So 5 is going to be the root cause. You have the Ten of Wands. And then 6 is going to be advice for the future, and you have the Page of Cups. So let's go ahead and break this down for you. And then we'll clarify too. So Three of Pentacles, if that is the subject, the question, if it has something to do with something you're trying to achieve, something you're trying to work on. What are they trying to work on? Okay, so if the current subject question is something that you're trying to work on and is clarified by the Tower, it could be that you're working from the bottom up. Is literally what I'm feeling. You're working from the bottom up. So wherever you've been at, if we look at your crossing energy and your future or your past energy. So the crossing energy is the Ten of Pentacles. So you could have had a Tower moment basically that has led you to have to kind of rebuild where you're at right now. And when you're rebuilding where you're at right now, what your, let's say, the challenge, the obstacle is, it could either be you're rebuilding yourself up from a financial point of view, or it has to do with family stability. Family stability is kind of sticking out in my head a lot, but I do definitely think that it could be a accumulation of either you've been working too much, or you've been working too hard, or you have been just solely focused on work. And that tower moment has arrived. And so 10 of Pentacles, it's like 10 of Pentacles is a great card. How is this the challenging card? It's challenging because it's sometimes what you can't achieve. If you're working really hard and then now you have that tower moment, the challenge is that you wanted this and that you can't feel like you can achieve it, or you don't, sorry, my words are jumbled. It feels like this is what you want, but you're struggling to achieve it. That's what I feel. So if in the past it was that you started on something, so there was something that you wanted to work on, there was something that you wanted to do, there was something that you were hoping that would happen, but then the tower moment happened and you weren't able to achieve that 10 of Pentacles moment. You have your Ace of Cups here, and our Ace of Cups is that emotional new beginning. So coming to you in your future is an emotional new beginning. And so where you move from that emotional new beginning, if this is your card number 5, it is the 10 of Wands. And our 10 of Wands, if that is our root cause card, what you're having to do right now is you're carrying a lot of burdens. It feels like you do definitely have everything on your back. And we're going to clarify all of this so that we can kind of get a little bit more direction to go, because this is just kind of like where you're at right now, right? So advice for the outcome, advice for your future is the Page of Cups. And so the Page of Cups really just wants you to remember to get back to self, get back to that joyful, playful way about you, get back to loving yourself and loving everything. When you're focused solely on what's not working. So clearly it does feel like something that you've been working on, whether it's working on a relationship, working on friends and family relationship and time, or whether it's working at work. What I mean by this is if it feels like that's slipping away or something major has happened, go back to self, go back to your higher self and try to reconnect emotionally. So now what we're going to do is we're just going to clarify the rest of the cards, because we know that the 3 of Pentacles was clarified by that tower moment. Something happened in reference to what you were working on. And it feels like that 10 of Pentacles hope, that 10 of Pentacles dream just kind of feels like it's slipping through your fingers. So let's clarify the 10 of Pentacles. Let's clarify their crossing energy. So justice. So if I'm being honest, it feels like something unjust happened or something happened that was negative that caused you to not be able to obtain, or in your mind right now, not be able to obtain that 10 of Pentacles kind of moment. What happened in their past? What was that 2 of Wands moment that didn't come to fruition? What was that? 10 of Swords. So you had a 10 of Swords moment. Something changed, something ended, something that you thought was going to happen isn't happening right now. So let's look at your future card, your Ace of Cups, and we're going to pull a few more so that we have some direction to go. So with your Ace of Cups, you have the Ace of Swords. And so coming to you in your future is that hope, is that spark, is that clarity that you've been wanting. It's emotional. It's an emotional start. It's a start from your mind, your heart, your soul. So again, with me asking you to ask your higher self to come close, your spirit guides to come close, you filling in the blank of why can't I X, Y, and Z. The next step for your future, for your hopefully immediate future, is that new spark, that new hope, that new drive, that new direction that you're going to go. So if they are burdened right now with that 10 of Wands, and that is the root cause. So maybe you took on too much. Maybe with that 3 of Pentacles that came up, what you need to do possibly, again, collective read these messages. If they don't resonate with you, that's okay. You might need to hear certain aspects of a reading. So bear with me, because if it's that 10 of Burdens is like the root cause, you may need to just get some help. You may need to get help with that situation, whether it's in reference to, again, if it's work and things like that, that's one thing. But I'm just curious if it has to do with something mentally that you're dealing with, especially getting that Ace of Swords card. So 10 of Wands. I want to clarify the 10 of Wands. Oh, okay. All right. So a lot of my readings tend to lean towards those in recovery, those sober souls, and then also those recovering from so much. I was blessed with a message from somebody that was in recovery, but not from addictions or anything like that. They were literally in physical recovery from a situation that their body was basically putting them through for, just keeping that at that level. But it feels like if this is for somebody that's on that spiritual path of recovery, that spiritual path of sobriety, and this 10 of Wands moment is your root cause, where the tower situation moment came from. You have the devil, and the devil is literally a card of addictions. It's a card of toxicity. It's a card of being bound by so many things. And so if this is the root cause that caused you to possibly lose your job, lose your family and friends, justice, if now you're dealing with legal problems and it's like bye-bye to the 10 of Pentacles world that you once knew, then moving forward, you do have great future cards. You have your Ace of Swords. You have your Ace of Cups. So possibly what you're doing now is that you've heard the call from your soul. You've heard the call from above that you can't keep going on this path, because this path is a dead stop. This is a complete dead stop. So if you're asking yourself why I can't, and you fill in the blank, and this applies to you, then you had to have that tower moment. So if we clarify the Page of Cups, you get the 6 of Wands in it is the best course of action. It's the advice from above. So if you look at your current situation and realize that situation had to end, it literally had to end. It created a tower moment for you. And again, I'm not an attorney. I'm not a therapist. I am just literally God-driven, divinely driven to share these messages with you guys. But if you guys had this serious of a moment, and then that cycle ended, that is a blessing. If you look on, I know we'll talk about the 6 of Wands in a second. If you look at this card, he is literally making a little blessing symbol with his hand. So whatever this situation that you're done with is a blessing. And so the messages from above are 6 of Wands and the Page of Cups. And that is a celebration for your achievements. That is a celebration of remembering to just stop and love everything. So when I say love everything, it's like when you're driving in your car and you see a beautiful sunset and the clouds are amazing and you're just in awe. You're just in that moment. So be present in those moments. So let's get a little bit of advice for how you navigate just one moment at a time after this tower moment. Because again, you do have that emotional restart. You have that clarity restart, but that's only if you take the steps to do so. If I'm talking to somebody if this resonates with somebody that's on their spiritual path to sobriety, or even if it's somebody that's, wow. So these two cards wanted to come out and say hi. It is, so again, 9 of Swords, King of Pentacles. And so I think if you want to be able to be in the energy of the King of Pentacles, you have to stop the thoughts. You have to stop the nightmare. So whatever this situation is for you, and I did not honestly expect this reading to be so heavy. So take what resonates. But for future advice, I would definitely say 9 of Swords. Remember that if you get stuck in your head, that you're not going to go anywhere. So come at it with that Ace of Pentacles. You also have the 9 of Cups, which is wish fulfillment. So it's stopping that nightmare. It's being more structured in your daily life. And then it's realizing that you have so many choices available to you. You just have to reach up and grab them. So one more. 3 of Cups. So it's interesting to see how you transition from this very difficult situation. and it's because of a hard situation that you are currently going through or just went through. And in your future, you have the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Swords. But it took you going through this moment here, this moment here with the Devil and all those burdens. Just think about all those burdens that you're carrying. You don't have to carry them by yourself, because again, Three of Pentacles, enlist the help of others. Three of Cups, that is you coming together with others, sharing in the celebration of whatever it is that you're doing next. So just be patient, be kind, be mindful of your abilities and what you can do one step at a time, one moment at a time. So if the intention of the reading was why I can't, I think the reason that you can't, it would definitely be because of where you were at. But why you can is because where you're going. Where you're going is that new emotional beginning, that new clarity with that new beginning. Where you're going is the Six of Wands moment, the Three of Cups moment, that Nine of Cups wish fulfillment moment. But you have to come from a place of loving yourself and reaching out to the divine, praying to God to show you the way to, what is the way that we say it? Oh, hold on, it'll come to me. When we ask God to take away the things that no longer serve us. I know there's another word for it, but I just can't. My ears are really loud right now and I can't hear it. I can't hear it. But that's the advice that I have for you. And again, if you want to go a little deeper onto this situation for yourself, or if this resonated for you, please leave a comment and let me know how I can help you further. And in the meantime, until the next video, take care and have a great rest of your day.